Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
Just 5 minutes ago, the digital world felt as though it had come to a standstill as a single series of images began to circulate, leaving millions of followers in a state of breathless wonder and quiet contemplation. This is not the typical announcement of a high-profile project or a scripted red carpet appearance designed to dazzle the senses, but rather something far more profound and infinitely more human. Imagine the sheer weight of expectation carried by two individuals who have spent years navigating the relentless glare of the spotlight, where every gesture is measured and every silence is interpreted. Now picture those same figures finding a rare pocket of sanctuary in the gentle breeze of Hainan, stepping away from the demands of an industry that never sleeps to simply exist in the present moment. At Update X 24 Hours, we believe that the most powerful stories are not found in the grand spectacles, but in these fleeting, unscripted chapters of genuine rest and shared presence. As the initial surprise fades, it is replaced by a deep sense of empathy for the need to pause and breathe. We invite you to join us on this journey as we explore the emotional resonance of this quiet getaway and what it truly means to find peace in a world that is always watching. The arrival of these two familiar silhouettes on the tranquil shores of Hainan has sparked a conversation that transcends the typical boundaries of celebrity news as it touches upon the universal human requirement for sanctuary and restoration. It is fascinating to observe how the atmosphere changes when the heavy velvet curtains of the entertainment world are momentarily drawn back to reveal a scene of such striking simplicity. Hainan has long been regarded as a place of healing, a landscape where the rhythm of the waves offers a necessary counterpoint to the chaotic tempo of a career built on constant performance. When we see these individuals captured in such an unguarded state, wearing casual attire and moving without the urgency of a scheduled appearance, we are reminded that beneath the glamorous exterior lies a shared vulnerability that connects us all. This particular window of time spent away from the cameras suggests a conscious decision to prioritize emotional well-being over public visibility, which is a courageous choice in an era where relevance is often measured by constant engagement. The silence following these sightings is not a void, but a deliberate space created to protect something fragile and precious. It is in this stillness that we find the most authentic version of their story, one that does not require a script or a director to convey its depth. Beyond the immediate curiosity regarding their location, there is a deeper layer of meaning to be found in the way they occupy this shared space. Observers have noted a distinct lack of the guarded intensity that often characterizes their public personas, replaced instead by a softness that suggests a profound level of comfort and mutual respect. This is not about the grand gestures of romance often depicted in television dramas, but rather the quiet stability of being present for one another without the need for constant validation. We might imagine them engaging in simple activities that the rest of us take for granted, such as a morning walk along a secluded path where the only sound is the rustle of palm trees, or perhaps sharing a quiet meal where the conversation flows naturally without the fear of being overheard. When these imagined moments of normalcy are what resonates so deeply with the audience, because they represent a form of freedom that is rarely afforded to those at the pinnacle of fame. The choice to seek out this environment together speaks to a bond built on trust and a shared understanding of the pressures they both face. It is a reminder that true connection is often found in the gaps between the milestones, when there is no audience to impress and no trophies to be won, The reaction from the global community has been remarkably supportive, reflecting a shift toward a more compassionate form of fandom that values the humanity of the artist as much as their talent. Rather than demanding answers or seeking to intrude upon this private interval, many have expressed a sense of relief seeing their favorite figures finally taking the time to recharge their spirits. This collective empathy highlights a growing awareness of the mental and emotional toll that a life in the spotlight can exact. By choosing to embrace this moment of stillness, they are inadvertently setting an example for their followers about the importance of self-preservation and the courage it takes to step away from the noise. We are witnessing a transition from the idolization of perfection to the appreciation of authenticity, where a blurred photograph of a quiet stroll is cherished more than a polished studio portrait. And this resonance is amplified by the memory of their recent achievements, where they stood together on grand stages, receiving accolades for their work. The contrast between that public triumph and this private peace makes the current scene even more moving, as it shows the full spectrum of their journey. In considering the impact of this getaway, we must also look at the subtle ways it might influence their future creative endeavors. History has often shown that periods of deep rest and reflection are the precursors to the most inspired work. By allowing themselves the grace to be still, they are not only healing from the fatigue of the past, but also planting the seeds for the innovations of the future. We can anticipate that the next time they grace our screens, there will be a new depth to their performances, born from the genuine experiences of life, lived away from the lens. This is the beauty of the human experience, where the moments of quiet are just as essential as the moments of action. As we reflect on these scenes from Hainan, we are encouraged to look at our own lives and consider where we find our own versions of sanctuary. The story of these two individuals is a testament to the idea that no matter how bright the lights or how loud the applause, the most significant treasures are found in the simple act of breathing in the salt air and standing side by side under a vast open sky. It is a narrative of hope and resilience that continues to unfold one quiet day at a time. As we reach the conclusion of this chapter, we find ourselves filled with a renewed appreciation for the delicate balance between the public and the private. The events of the past few days have shown us that even in a world of constant connectivity, there's still room for mystery, for quietness, and for the profound beauty of a shared moment that belongs only to those who live it. At Update X 24 Hours, we are truly grateful for the opportunity to share these reflections with you, and we thank you for bringing your own warmth and perspective to this community. Your support is the foundation that allows us to continue exploring the stories that matter with the depth and respect they deserve. If you have found comfort or inspiration in our discussion today, we would be honored if you would consider subscribing to our channel and joining our growing family. By hitting the notification bell, you will ensure that you never miss an update as we continue to follow the journeys of the artists who move us and the moments that define them. We look forward to seeing you in our next video, and until then, we wish you your own moments of peace and many reasons to smile. Thank you for watching Update 24H and for being a vital part of our journey together.